Trust your emerald heart. Be who you came here to be. Unlock your true potential. Welcome to Trust Your Emerald Heart podcast. This is Victoria Krzyvinskaya, beschoolspace. This episode is devoted to the topic of intentions and intentional lifestyle. And if you pay attention and actually implement what I'm going to be sharing today, you can change your life tremendously by this only episode. By knowing your why in every single step, by creating intention in every single action, by being awake and aware in every single step. And I'm inviting you to step into your blossom and to become more intentional. In everything that you do, in everything that you share online or consume, in your food, in the content you spend time, in the things which attract your attention, also try to be intentional. Learn more about it in the sharing I'm presenting, but also go deeper into understanding the self through the footnotes available. The meditation Return to Your Heart is very special. If you need better recalibration, System Reset is available. And there are other ways of working with me, such as personal transmissions or energy healing or mentorship program. I am happy to hold your space because I want to see you shine. And I believe that everyone can shine. And everyone came to this life with a mission in mind. And we are to do the inner work. We are to clear up the distortions which are preventing us from stepping into the blossom, from being who we came here to be. And when you attune to your heart actually knows what you need to do and how. And your heart is actually willing to guide you, although the chatter of the mind can be loud as well. And you need to learn how to differentiate the chatter of the mind and the whisper of the heart. And we are about to have Life Through the Heart Space program, which will be all about the heart, but also other energy centers and other ways and steps and chunks and bits you need to do for you to merge the spirituality and the material world and give form to your creation, where I am going to hold your space for you to birth what you came here to birth, whether that is your business, whether that is your course, your program, your project, anything that it is, we can birth it through the heart space. And this program is still on the waiting list. You can sign up and be invited when the doors open, and I will be happy to have you there. Explore the footnotes available for more links and details, and enjoy the sharing. I love you. Today I would like to talk about intentional life, or I'd better say intentional lifestyle. So this episode is called When Your Life Becomes Intentional. And it is a lifestyle, a different lifestyle where you do not rush to get everything done, but you know how to prioritize, you know how to focus and you know how to set up intentions for you to be able to show up for yourself, for your loved ones, for your life. And to be honest, it is a shift in the mindset. I remember time of my life when I would try to do as much as possible per day for my job or for my life, and I would be very much in a rush, in a rush to leave, like really running crazy, or getting one thing, dropping it, another thing, dropping it, another thing, dropping it. And then in the end, yes, I create or I do many things, but I also got burnt out at that point. And now, these days, I've been practicing intentional lifestyle for quite a while, for the last few years, and I just don't want to be burnt out. I don't want to be running out of time or to be running around. I want to be fast enough to be able to create what I want to create, but I want to be intentional. Think about it for a few minutes. What does it actually mean to be intentional? So imagine you are sitting at your desk and going to do some work, to get some work done. And you are setting up an intention. Okay, I'm gonna be doing that for that period of time, and I am intentional. I am setting up an intention and going to focus on that intention, and we'll get it done. I might want to consider turning off my phone or turning off the chats or notifications for nothing to disturb me so that I can actually get it done. And this is the masculine structure in a way, but as we all are androgynous beings and we want to have both energies, feminine and masculine, within all of us, we want to be intentional in our life. We don't want the wind to drop us anywhere. And of course, there is a flow, and we have to learn how to be flexible for the change, but we want to have proper masculine and proper feminine within. There is a Golden Dagger Healing Transmission, which is available as a gift. And I'm going to share the links with this. This Golden Dagger Healing Transmission allows you to recalibrate the energies, the proper masculine and the proper feminine. And what does it actually mean, proper masculine, proper feminine? You have the dominant energy, and you have another supportive energy, but it has to be both inside, because the outside energies of people you come in contact with, your partners, your relationship, they are going to be reflecting what you have inside. So in general, like if we look at the history, women were suppressed for many years, and then women started this feminist movement and basically moved from being suppressed into the masculine energy, and that was the drive power for quite a while. Or another side of extreme, when women realize, oh, I haven't been in my feminine energy, and started desiring to be in the feminine energy, and then they relax in this flow, being a river and all this, the wind of change, and then what? Nothing is getting done. And I was there. I was in all sorts of extremes.
I was in masculine energy, driving my business as a man. I was in very much feminine energy, like, hey, not getting things done. And I choose to be in the sacred union within, so that I have both energies for me to be able to have intentional lifestyle. I have an intention to create and to share and to have my business helping me to help people. And when we speak about the energies within, it's important to understand that it's not that you are in one energy always. The energies shift. They shift throughout the day. They shift throughout the week. They shift throughout your cycle. They shift throughout the month. And to understand better what energy you are in today, you can make notes. You can understand. And for some people, it might happen so that they feel more of the masculine energy in the morning or feminine energy in the evening. For other people, it would be other way around. But the important thing that you would start by not judging yourself, but by accepting yourself where you are. Are you in masculine energy? Are you in feminine energy? And noticing what it is for you. The other thing, let's talk a little bit about men. Some men are very much in this achievement energy, like you driving, forward and getting things done and really achieving and creating and all that. But when it comes to the feminine energy within that man, it might happen so that the feminine is wounded and it's not able to surrender to the flow, to the changes, to the circumstances. And for that man, it might be very difficult to adapt to the change or to the change in reality. And or within the relationship, this man might want to drive forward in a very strong force, and when the woman resists, he might accept it in a very it might be hard to build proper heart-to-heart relationship. And then when we speak about feminine energy within man, that is the relationship with the mom, but also a relationship with the partners, right? With the women in his life. And it is important to learn for man how to soften, how to give that supportive energy to the woman, how to be soft with the mother, and how to build up and learn to open up that compassionate, loving heart. And that's why we need to merge these two energies within, and we need to learn how to create this sacred dance within, so that outside it is also played out in similar way. And I was practicing having an intentional life, as I mentioned, a few years already. It means that everything I do with intention. Okay, I do my exercise or practice, and my intention is to stretch my body, my intention is to release the tension, my intention is to activate the light body, to have a better connection with the divine source. And here you go. I set up the intention before I start. Or I do my sacred cleanse and I set up intention to become a pure vessel of creation, to recalibrate my chakras, and to be in that clear energy so that I can support my clients, I can support my family, so I can be in this clear senses, so that I can clearly see and I clearly understand what is happening without all this projections of the outside world. Or I want to write an article and I want to be focused on it or I want to publish something on the web page, or I want to write an email, or I want to contact or reply to my clients, or answer or create invoices, or do the accounting, or whatever, and I want to be able to actually get it done. And I don't want to be all over the place. I don't want to be touching this and that and that and not getting things done. I want to have this strong masculine energy to get things done. Although at the same time, I want to be in my primarily feminine energy and also be ready for the change, be nurturing, be compassionate, be supportive. And for all this to be possible, it's important to be always connected to the heart. It's important to be centered, be balanced, and set up intentions before you go. Sometimes it might happen so that I understand that either I do something now, very briefly, shallow waters dive, which is not really important or not really amazing for me, and I don't appreciate that, or I just don't go in there. And sometimes it happens so that, as I call it, the space doesn't allow me to enter some task, and I have to wait for another time or for some other energy, or let's call it better moment, when the situation happens so that I have this time and space for the intention which I am setting up. And then I make my life a little bit like ceremonial. So I clear up the space, I set up the intention, I lit some incense, and maybe I drink some water before I start, before I go in. And then when I go in, I do it full power. I don't like mediocre attitude towards getting things done. I want to be full power. I want to be there for my project, for my clients, for my family. I want to be full-heartedly there, to be able to anchor down this highest and purest frequencies I'm receiving from the divine source, for no limiting beliefs to distract me from getting where I want to get. And then when I feel complete, when the cycle is complete, I will close the ceremonial space and get out of it. And the other thing around is, it's also sometimes important for some people to be able to set up the protective shield so that you stay in your bubble and no other energies get into that bubble. I teach how to set up protective shields on one-on-ones, and I teach how to create from the divine source in the program called
Life Through the Heart Space.
This is the about merging spirituality and business. But what is important is just setting up intention for every action that you are performing in life is already enough. It already gives you this opportunity to see all daily tasks and activities as the ceremonial opportunity. So you see it as there is an enter point, culmination, and the exit point. So you create this space for you to perform. You create this intention so that you can show up through your heart space, and then you're grateful. You're grateful for the opportunity to create. You are grateful for those who were supporting you, and you're grateful for yourself that you have found this time and space for this creation. And that is how the creations are being birthed. I was working at home, from home, for more than a decade already. To be honest, I was in the corporate world just a little bit in my life when I was really like going to work, but this was not never a really like regular 9 to 5 job, and I was always freelancing, and I was working full-time job but from home, or I had this time when I was merging the parenting and after that single parenting with my own business. And I was always asked, how do you manage to create so much, or how do you manage to run that all together? And that the answer is easy. I just set up intentions. And okay, my intention is to record this, or my intention is to write that, my intention is to publish that, and I just follow that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the content plan. I don't believe in those things these days, because there must be energy, there must be flow, there must be this feeling of ease. Easily and smoothly, it will only go when there is this special energy. And it might happen so that, okay, today it's not the energy, today it's not happening. And I do not attach to the outcome. I just show up for my own business, but every day. And I try to do as much as I can, but I do it intentionally, not all over the place. I suggest that just for some time, let's say one day, you decide that you try to do everything intentionally in your life. You pray before your food, or bless your food before eating. You drink your water intentionally to nourish your body with the fluid, with the liquid. You write something intentionally. You give time and space to your partners, to your loved ones. You communicate. You have this undivided presence for your child, for your parents, for your partners. And you are fully there, not one foot here, one foot there. Imagine reading a book and talking on the messenger at the same time. You're not fully reading a book, and you're not fully there for your messages. Maybe you are not actually willing to have this communication now. And I don't like this, speaking about messaging and online communication, yes, sometimes we want to be available for somebody, okay? And we have all this like flow of messages, like so many messages, but you can be intentional in that as well. You can be intentional in setting up notifications for particular chats and turning some off for others. You can be intentional not to take your phone for your walk, or you can be intentional to disconnect from your phone while you're reading a book, or while you're talking to your child, or while you're having a meal. And I don't appreciate it when my friends are having a dinner with me, for example, but at the same time they are in the phone. I don't feel good when that is happening. I like undivided presence. I like that in my relationship. I like that in my intimacy. I like that in my connection with people. And that is only possible when you are centered and when you are in your heart. We all have been having lots of distortions. We all have been having lots of emotions and energies which do not belong to us, which are not ours. And I created an offering which is called System Reset, for people to be able to recalibrate the system, to have this emotional purification, to connect deeper with the families, with the partners, to drop into this acceptance. And this offering is very special because it's the powerful energy work, the powerful tool for individual inner work, which is done on the energetic level as soon as you consent, as soon as you agree by purchasing or making an investment into this tool. But at the same time, it is very affordable so that people can just recalibrate and reconnect to the highest and purest frequencies and recenter in the heart and be confident in creating and showing up for the life. You can explore more on my webpage, beschool.space, and I will be happy to support you in your journey. I work with adults, I work with kids, I work with trauma, I work with tension, and I help people to create intentional lifestyle. I help people to reconnect to the hearts and be more peaceful, in harmony, loving. Imagine how different our world would be if everyone was loving, if everyone had no fears, if everyone could speak their truth and share their love and wisdom. And it all depends on us. It all depends on how we show up for our life. You don't have to have your own business for you to be intentional in your life. You know, a good example about being intentional is Vipassana training. Vipassana is a 10-day silent retreat, and it's available throughout the world, and I took it twice in my life. And there on Vipassana training, you have nothing else to do. You're not allowed to have your phone, you're not allowed to talk to anyone, you're not even allowed to have the eye contact with people. So all you do all day long is follow basic routine like meals and, bathroom and all this. And other than that, you just meditate. You're not allowed to read. You're not allowed to write. And then, of course, you are kind of bored. You understand this entertainment activities which we are wasting our time and energy on. And you start being intentional by, okay, I'm washing my dishes. Okay, I'm eating. Okay, I'm drinking. And you notice your presence in every single activity you are engaging yourself with. And this drops you into the place of stillness, into the place of presence, and into the place of awareness also. And, we live in the world of pure potentiality. We live in the world where everything is possible. And this quantum field of unlimited opportunities lives between the thoughts. Our thoughts is just the mind chatter. But deep inside, we have this whisper of our intuition, this whisper of creative ideas, and this special things which sparkles us up. And those things, to be able to access them, you need to be able to go into your stillness. You need to be able to be silent, to be focused, to be fully there for yourself. And when you go there, you know that you are unstoppable. I want you to be unstoppable. I want us together to help the planet to recalibrate the frequency through the heart space, for us to rise up the frequency of the planet and live in the pure love. This is what is available and possible for all of us. Stay in the heart always. I love you.
Thank you for being a part of my experience and community, and for your interest to transform your life. My name is Victoria Kshewinska, beschoolspace, and I am here to support you in your spiritual journey and to create a better reality together. Explore the footnotes available and opt in to download meditations and other offerings suitable for your needs. Reach out via email to ask me questions and to explore the possibilities to work together. If you found this recording useful, set up a high rating and share with those who might benefit from it as well. I will be happy to talk to you soon again. Subscribe not to miss the publications. I love you, Victoria Kshewinska.